Beginning to deal with the topic that is differential piece weight system. This is the scientific technique which was given by F.W. Taylor, and we're going to study this technique in depth with the suitable example so that it will be convenient for you to memorize the topic. So let's get started. Before that, let me give my introduction. This is Shalini Khatwani. I'm an MBA in the field of finance and marketing from Shri Shankaracharya Group of Institution, Bhilai, Chhattisgarh. Previously was working with Kalinga University as an assistant professor in management, commerce department, location Raipur, Chhattisgarh, and currently preparing for UgCnet Management. So this is, I would say, one of the significant technique of scientific management. See, when F.W. Taylor entered the Midvale steel plant, there he found lot of problems, lot of issues, and one issue that was very significant and predominant, he found that workers were not paid according to the outcome they were giving. All workers, whether this is A worker, whether this is a B worker, C worker, D worker, giving 100 output, 50, 150, 200, all were paid equally irrespective of the outcome they were giving. So F.W. Taylor said this is unfair technique, this is unfair system that factory is using in that organization, okay, and that will totally result in reducing the production and reducing the profitability, and organization won't be able to achieve the mission of the that particular organization. So it's very important to change this method. So he found the differential piece weight system. This is the system in which workers are paid according to the outcome they are giving, okay, and he classified worker on the two basic category: efficient and inefficient. Efficient worker who is performing up to standard or more than standard, and inefficient who is performing less than standard. Okay, he classified the worker on the basis of that, and he said that workers should be paid on the basis of outcome they are giving. Efficient should be paid more and inefficient should be paid less. This is all this technique says about, okay, and we're going to study this technique with a suitable example so that it will be easy for you to understand. Okay, so let's start with the meaning, students. It refers to the technique of scientific management. This is the scientific management, because in this technique some scientific methods, some scientific tools, technique he has used. Why? See, according to the outcome wages are paid. There he has used formula, okay, it's based on science which differentiate between efficient and inefficient worker. Okay, he said efficient worker and inefficient worker should be differentiated on the basis of payment, mode of payment. Okay, differential piece wage rate is a system of wage payment, okay, in which efficient and inefficient workers are paid at different rate. Okay, efficient worker will be paid differently and inefficient will be paid differently. F.W. Taylor said that. Okay, higher wages for efficient worker and lower wages for inefficient. The worker who is performing more than standard should be paid more, and the worker who is performing less than standard should be paid less. Okay, what happens? See, for example, I am working in XYZ company. I am performing well, I am giving outcome more than standard performance, I am very motivated, I am very productive, I am working well, I am not misusing resources, and for example compared to other colleagues I am performing more. So what is there? I should be paid more. So this system has derived from this only. Okay, see what happens in sales only. You talk, if the sales officer sells more product, he gets more commission or more incentive, because he is providing or he is resulting in more profit to the organization. So this technique is same. Okay, in this technique F.W. Taylor said that if you are paying more to the efficient worker, he will be motivated, he will enhance his productivity, and he will be very loyal to the company organization. And the worker who is performing less will also be motivated by negative motivation, because he is paid less compared to the colleague or the worker with whom he was performing, and he will feel like next time I should perform more, I should be more productive. So what happens? This is a technique of motivation, and monetary motivation plays a very predominant role for workers. If they are paid more wages, if they are paid more incentives or bonus, they feel very motivated, and ultimately they will be very having positive attitude, and they will create a cooperative environment in the organization. Okay, and if they are not paid well on the base of outcome, what will happen? They are going to think like, why should I perform more? Because wages are paid equally to all the worker. So there what happens, the production gets lost or profit get low, and the organization won't achieve the vision, mission and objectives of the company. Okay, higher wages for efficient workers and lower wages for inefficient. Okay, Taylor classified that worker as efficient and inefficient on the basis of their performance, on the basis of output or outcome they were giving. Okay, number of units they were manufacturing. Workers who perform up to the above standards were regarded as efficient, I have told you. On the other hand, inefficient workers were the ones who were performing below the standard. They were performing below the standard, so they were called inefficient. Differential piece wage system. Taylor has advised the adoption of differential piece wage system in order to motivate the employee. I have told you earlier. See, if the workers are paid well, who are performing more, will be motivated. Okay, will enhance their morale, will be loyal to the company, and thus employee turnover rate will be low, and they will enhance the efficiency, productivity, and contribute towards vision, mission and objectives of the organization. According to the system, wages are paid on the basis of work done, not on the basis of time spent. Okay, on the basis of work done, on the basis of output they are giving to the organization. Okay, not on the basis of time they are spending on production. Okay, under this method, with the help of time and motion study, this is also comes in work study. This is the technique of scientific management, which I am going to explain you in the next video. So in see, by this technique, F.W. Taylor said managers should analyze how much time should be taken to perform a job, or how much time should be taken by worker to convert that raw into finish, and what should be the motion they are going to perform, what should be the rest time they should be given. So all this technique I am going to explain you in the next PPT, but let's continue with this. Okay, on the basis of time study and motion study, the standard time is fixed, okay, for the job, and on the basis of performance of the worker is evaluated, how much time they are taking to perform the job. If they are taking more time, they are inefficient. If they are taking actual or minimum time or less time compared to standard, so they are efficient. Now let's continue. Differential piece wage system is the strongest motivator for a worker to reach the standard performance. See, if the worker are paid on the base of outcome they are giving, they will be very, very motivated. For example, this is A worker, this is B worker. This worker is performing 100 unit, this worker is giving 150 unit, and this worker is paid more compared to this worker. So what happens? This worker will be motivated, will be loyal to the company, and what will he think? That organization is paying me more, so I should perform more. Okay, I should utilize the resources more, I should not waste the time, I should not incur the cost. So what happens? The organization ultimately reach the point where their production enhance, okay, where they reach the standard performance, and this worker will also be motivated, because he will see that his colleague is getting more wages on the base of the outcome he is giving, so I should also work more, so I should increase my output, and I'll get more than compared to B. So what happens? There is a competition, positive competition get emerge in the organization. So this is one of the strongest motivator for the worker to reach the standard performance. Now purpose. What was the purpose of formulating this technique by F.W. Taylor? According to Taylor, the wages of efficient and inefficient workers should be distinguished on the base of level of output. Okay, he said that if all the workers are getting same wages, irrespective of the outcome they are giving, so what will happen? There will be no output, there will be no enhancement of production or enhancement of profitability, or organization won't be achieve the vision mission. So it's very necessary to differentiate the workers on the base of output they are giving, on the base of efficient and inefficient. This approach helps to stimulate, okay, less efficient worker to improve their performance. It happens. Okay, the worker who is inefficient will be motivated by this technique, because he will feel, if I will perform more, if I'll give more output, I'll be getting more paid. So this technique helps to increase the, I would say, increase the inefficient worker to improve their performance. Provide higher job satisfaction to efficient worker. Yes, it happens. If any worker is providing organization with the standard output, what happens, the job satisfaction will be there to the worker. Okay, he will be satisfied with the job because he is paid according to the output he is giving, irrespective of the previously always paid equally. So there is a job satisfaction to the efficient worker, beside motivating them to maintain the higher level of productivity. He will be very productive and he will be satisfied with his job because he is paid according to the output he is giving. Now, computation of earning under Taylor's differential piece wage rate. C. Lower piece rate, the one who fails to reach the standard output should be paid 80% of the piece rate. This is the formula which was established by F.W. Taylor. Higher piece rate for the one who reached the standard output exceeds the standard. C. 120 on the basis of if he exceeds the standard, and 80 if he is not able to reach the standard. This is the formula. Now, this is the formula. Let's continue. C. Calculation of differential piece wage rate, production of worker, okay, into differential piece rate. Low piece rate will be paid 80% and high will be paid 120. Let's see with example. Let's the standard output per day be 20 unit, okay, and the and the wage rate be 5 per unit. Sorry, this is wrong. Okay, thus worker can earn 5 into 20. This is standard. They should at least manufacture or produce 20 units and rate per unit is 5. So what is the what will be the total amount he will be getting? 100. Worker A produces 20 unit in a day and is going to earn 20 into 5 per unit, that's 100. Another worker B produces 80 unit. It's less than the standard unit. Okay, standard is 20 in a day and he will be earning 72 rupees. Okay, per unit. Worker C produces 25 unit in a day and he earns 25. He is performing more than the standard. So he is going to earn. See what happens. See children. What is it? This is method. Okay. See, 5 for standard. This is the standard per unit. Okay. 4 for less if he is performing less, and 6 if he is performing more than the standard. So he is giving 25 output and rate will be 6 rupees, okay, per unit. So he will be earning 150. So see, A worker 20 units per unit, 5 rupees 100, okay, and B worker 18 units less than the standard into 4, okay, and C worker 25 units, 6 per units, 150. So who is efficient? C is efficient, as well as A is also efficient because he is performing according to standard, but B is inefficient. Conclusion is this. Now, benefits of this technique, student. When payment is given according to the number of output produced, automatically production is maximized. Output will be more, production will be more. It discriminates between efficient and inefficient. I have told you earlier. Reward for inefficient and penalize. Penalize means less wages. To inefficient worker, the assumption is that slow worker also will have to improve and attain the standard to earn more. If the worker want to earn more, he should perform more. He should give more output to the organization. Motivate the worker towards high productivity. Workers become motivated to perform more. Okay, while introducing this system in any organization, effort should be made in such a way that efficiency becomes the result of joint efforts of the manager and worker, instead of being jealous or quarreling over the share and the resultant surplus. The manager and worker should work in harmony for maximizing the output rather than restricting it. Okay,